Γεια σας παιδιά, Μιχάλης εδώ. Φύγαμε να τερματίσουμε σήμερα το Open Roads. Λοιπόν, είχαμε μείνει εδώ. Είχαμε βρει το σπίτι του Λοτρέ, του ας πούμε φίλου της γιαγιάς μας, που μάλλον είναι και ο παππούς τελικά, ο πατέρας της μητέρας μας. Πού να πάω? Γιατί κάτι τέτοιο βρήκαμε στο σπίτι της γιαγιάς. Και ο πραγματικός πατέρας είναι αυτός. Να δούμε τι στοιχεία θα βρούμε εδώ. Πιάτο. Αδιάφορο. Πιάτο με αίματα.
Blood? Ew, why on earth did I just touch that?
Ας το κάτω. Κάτι ενδιαφέρον. Εδώ. Είναι αυτά εδώ. Water bottle, ok. Ψάχνουμε κάτι ενδιαφέρον. Κάνα γράμμα. Δεν ξέρω, κάνα αντικείμενο της γιαγιάς. Όπα. Please remember.
Pierre!
Ο Pierre, να το, είναι το σπίτι του Pierre.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Χυμούλη, πιείτε κι εσείς, βάλτε ένα χυμό. Να δούμε σήμερα τον τερματισμό μαζί. Λοιπόν...
How are we supposed
Πώς
to
θα
get on
πάμε
board?
απέναντι στο σπίτι
Maybe
τώρα?
there's something around here we can use.
Τι μπορούμε να χρησιμοποιήσουμε, κάποιο ξύλο. Εδώ. Λέτε να βάλουμε αυτό? Όχι. Do not enter danger. Εδώ έχει γκρεμιστεί όλο. Δεν μας αφήνει να περάσουμε. Χρειαζόμαστε κάποιο ξύλο. Αυτό εδώ πέρα το ματσούκι το όρθιο θα έκανε για τη δουλειά. Γιατί από εδώ δεν με αφήνει να πάω. Προφανώς ούτε από εδώ να πέσω. Ωραία. Για πάμε να βρούμε τώρα αυτό εδώ. Α, να το. Αυτό θα πάρω. Move.
This is so stupid. We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
Τι trespassing, γιατί είναι δυνατόν? Εγκαταλειμμένο είναι.
Who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all
Χειρότερο θα βρούμε κανένα πτώμα και εδώ.
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think if we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma?
Έλα, προφανώς και θέλεις.
Okay, fine.
Πάμε.
You stay here and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in
Σιγά μη σε
without
αφήσω
me.
μόνη σου.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
Έλα. Πολλά λέτε. Πάμε.
No, I should go.
No way. What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you.
Στο προηγούμενο επεισόδιο μεταξύ με άφησε να πάω κάτω από το σπίτι που μπορούσε να γκρεμιστεί και να πέσει πάνω μου. Τώρα δεν με αφήνει απλά να περάσω μια γεφυρούλα.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Ωραία γράμματα.
Tails. I won.
Κέρδισα. Τα γράμματα κερδίζουν.
And stay away from the edge.
Θες να πέσω? Δεν με αφήνει να πέσω. Πλάκα θα έχει. Oh yeah. Κάτι από εδώ πέρα, από το μπαλκόνι. Κάτι θα έχει από εδώ, δεν μπορεί. Τι έχει μέσα, βλέπετε κανένα πτώμα? Πάμε από εδώ. Κάτι μου λέει ότι θα πρέπει να μπω από εδώ από την καταπακτή. Όχι, δεν με βάζει. Οπα, flare gun.
Dodge this.
Ωραία. Ας το κάτω. Ας το μη γίνει κανένα ατύχημα. Λοιπόν, εδώ έχει πόρτα. Θέλω από εδώ ανοίγει. Μπήκαμε μέσα. Ω, γέροντα. Λοιπόν.
Oh, it's for 4 players. Sorry, Pierre.
Λοιπόν. Βρήκαμε αυτό. Ένα δώρο έχει εδώ μέσα. Από πού το παίρνει, από την άλλη? Να δούμε. Δεν ανοίγει από εδώ. Ένα δώρο έχει, θέλω να το πάρω. Και δεν κάνει crouch. Να πάρει. Όπα, γράμμα.
Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kind of nice that she was thinking about you guys too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening.
Τι έλεγε άραγε? Silly ideas my head. Silly. Οκ. Άρα αλληλογραφούσαν με τη μητέρα. Τη γιαγιά δηλαδή, τη μητέρα της μητέρας. Στην τουαλέτα κάτι ενδιαφέρον. Νάδα, τίποτα. Ένα razor.
This looks intense.
Ναι.
What's the brushy thing for?
Okay. Παλιό ξηραφάκι. Κουζίνα, πιάτα. Όπα, τι είναι αυτό? Ledger. Open. Α, είναι τα βιβλία, τα λογιστικά.
Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
$40,000 στο τίποτα.
Some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Ξόδευε λεφτά για να συντηρεί τη βάρκα.
Can you imagine
Το σπίτι
August
βάρκα.
living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, like, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
Φαντάζεσαι, λέει, να έμενε η θεία σου εδώ πέρα.
This is a
Φαίνεται
very
λίγο
tempting
ψωνάρα.
scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like
Little houseboat on the river?
rolls off the tongue.
Οκ. Να πάμε να δούμε τι άλλο θα βρούμε. Ωραία. Εδώ έχει ένα τι έχει? Να το newspaper. Οι κλέφτες, λέει, ξαναχτύπησαν.
Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber.
Λες. Λες να ήταν ληστής τραπεζών.
Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him.
For what?
To keep him abreast of current events?
Δεν
Oh,
νομίζω.
come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay,
Η
they
γιαγιά,
didn't
λέει,
rob
είχε
anything.
ένα
It was the
φλερτ
jewelry
με
counters at
ληστή
department
τραπεζών.
stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware, I think.
Ωραία, εξηγεί ποια
think?
είναι η διαφορά
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on
μεταξύ
my
της ληστείας και της
criminology.
κλοπής.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke
The
into
men
the store,
broke into the
but
store.
there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Λες η
Are
γιαγιά
you
να λύστευε
seriously
και αυτή
asking
μαζί
if
με
I think
αυτόν
my
εδώ, τον
mother
Πιέρ.
was an accomplice in all
Wow.
this?
Τι άλλο θα μάθουμε?
Why
Γιατί
not?
όχι?
She had 2 kids at home, and I just don't see it.
Είχε 2 παιδιά
Seemed
στο
like there were a
σπίτι
lot about Grandma you
και
weren't
έκανε και μια
seeing.
ληστεία με τον
Excuse me?
Γάλλο. Γιατί όχι?
Am I wrong?
Maybe not.
Τι άλλη πληροφορία θα μάθουμε? Εντάξει, βλέπετε ότι γέρνει, έχει πάρει μια κλίση. Το σπίτι βάρκα. Ουίσκια. Εδώ αυτός παρήγγελνε διάφορα. Okay.
Wow.
Πολλά ποτά.
That is
Έπινε
a
πολύ ουίσκι.
lot to spend on whiskey.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean.
$45
Whiskey was more
για τότε
expensive
ήταν.
then, too. Plus, judging
Πολλά.
from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Jeez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
Άστο για αυτό πίσω. Οπ, κλειδί. Φέρ' το. Πάμε να βρούμε τι ανοίγει το κλειδί.
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we?
Και
Did the
εδώ,
boat ever even leave
καπνός.
his dock?
Κλασικός ναυτικός εδώ δίπλα στη θάλασσα. Άρα, Από εδώ δεν ήρθαμε, πάμε πάνω. Λογικά με αυτό το κλειδί ανοίγει κεντρική πόρτα που πιστεύω πριν δεν θα άνοιγε. Ωραία, ήρθαμε και πάνω. Letter. Απ' τη γιαγιά είναι και αυτό. A houseboat, a romantic through living on water. Πρέπει, λέει, να με ενημερώσει να πάρουμε κάτι μεγαλύτερο, όχι τόσο μικρό σπίτι. Είσαι σίγουρος, λέει, δεν υπάρχει άλλος τρόπος?
A letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here
Φαντάζει, λέει,
to
να ερχόμασταν
stay?
εδώ.
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So this is like looking into an alternate reality.
Όντως.
I'd like
Κοιτάμε,
to
λέει,
live
μια
in another
εναλλακτική
reality.
πραγματικότητα.
Like what?
Τι θα μπορούσε να έχει γίνει αν η γιαγιά έρχονταν εδώ?
One where we were
Αν
really
ήμασταν
rich,
πραγματικά
and you could
πλούσιοι.
fix up the Andromeda and make every play there amazing.
Tess.
And we could keep Grandma's house and make it all perfect, like better than it's ever been.
There's no way to that reality from here.
Οκ. Τι φώτο είναι αυτή? Η γιαγιά?
Wow, this is from when Grandma was really young.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
You look a lot like her.
Really?
Μοιάζεται.
I always thought I looked more like my father.
Maybe you were just imagining things?
More...
Ναι, γιατί ο πατέρας μάλλον...
You mean because he might not have been my
Ναι,
father?
μάλλον δεν ήταν ο πατέρας.
You have her smile.
Ωραία. Άρα βρήκαμε αποδεικτικά ότι εδώ κάτι έπαιζε με τον Πιέρ και τη γιαγιά. Magazine Gentleman.
Wow.
Είπε από το magazine.
Cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as
Υπερβολική
grimy as
αντίδραση.
anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the winter campus fashions were in 1968.
Ugh, you don't know where that's been.
It's literally...
I mean before that, like...
Έλα, ας το
Never
πάμε
mind.
παρακάτω.
And I think it
Μην
was
το
fringe
σχολιάσεις.
jackets
The winter campus fashion.
and patterned tights. But really, put that down.
Ωραία. Το ξεψαχνίσαμε το δωμάτιό του. Παντού έχει ένα ουίσκι εντωμεταξύ. Unlock door έλεγε, άρα και εδώ ήταν το κλειδί. Καθίστε να δούμε εδώ στη γέφυρα του πλοίου τι έχει. Sunglasses, lighter, captain's hat. Ενδιαφέρον. Πού να πάει εδώ το πλοίο, ρε παιδιά? Εδώ έχει λάσπες μπροστά, σιγά μην έφευγε. Άστρε. Οκ, εδώ δεν έχει κάτι special. Καλάμια ψαρέματος, λογικό. Ωραία, πάμε να δούμε πέρα στο γραφείο του που ήταν κλειδωμένο. Εδώ θα έχει κάτι σημαντικό. Ένα μισοτελειωμένο πουρο. Μία κούπα. Ωραία. Πάμε να δούμε στα σιρτάρια τι έχει τώρα. Περνάει, από εδώ περνάει. Από εδώ τίποτα. Από εδώ όμως έχει κάτι πολύ σημαντικό. Να το, κι άλλο γράμμα. Μάλλον της γιαγιάς θα είναι. Έλεν λέει, ναι. Τι λέει? Είχες πει ότι θα κάνεις τα πάντα για να με έχεις ευτυχισμένη. Αλλά με έχεις ήδη κάνει. Μην επικοινωνείς ξανά μαζί μου ή με τα παιδιά. Τελείωσε. Γράμμα χωρισμού. Μήπως έπρεπε να φωνάξω τη μητέρα εδώ? Ναι. Κάτι μου λέει ότι με αυτό το γράμμα τον χώρισε.
So, I guess that's it. Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had.
Ήθελε χρόνο για τον εαυτό της. Οκ. Ας το πίσω. Εδώ ανοίγουν οι ντουλάπες. Αυτά ανοίγουνε. Άρα δεν είχε κάτι τόσο special εδώ στο γραφείο. Βασικά είχε το γράμμα χωρισμού, τι λέω. Αυτό τι είναι αυτό εδώ. Τα έξοδα.
Damn, 40 grand.
We've definitely found our man.
This must have been from when he drove up here. Imagine spending $6 on a steak lunch.
Or $7 for a tank of gas.
Did people just drink more back then?
Yeah, I think so. But this is a lot, even for 1968.
Okay.
$3,000 for a houseboat?
Τόσο
Are you
έκανε
saying
το
that's a
πλοίο.
lot or a little?
These are like 1968
Πολλά για
dollars,
τότε.
right? I mean, $3,000 then is probably like...
Ξέρω εγώ. 100,000, καλά όχι million.
$10,000.
Yeah,
Το τριπλάσιο, ας
probably
πούμε.
around that. Maybe even more.
So, what else could you have bought for that much back then? A car?
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, so this crappy boat for the same amount you could buy, like, a sports car with? Seems like a lot.
But you can live
Ναι, αλλά
on a
μπορείς να ζεις
houseboat.
σε houseboat.
You could live in a sports car if you don't have...
Yeah, much higher standard of living on this.
Οκ, άστο και αυτό. Κάτω εδώ δεν θα κατέβω, είχα πάει πριν. Έχει τίποτα άλλο. Τι τα είδαμε όλα. Φαντάζομαι ότι όταν μας πει να φύγουμε θα το καταλάβουμε, οπότε κάτι θα έχει ακόμα που δεν έχουμε βρει. Ξανά μέσα. Λοιπόν. Close cabinet, εδώ τα κάναμε όλα.
Cool. Nobody to spy on, though.
Ωραία. Τίποτα. Ωραία, νομίζω τα κάναμε όλα, οπότε θα πάμε προς τα έξω, τα πίσω να δούμε αν θα γίνει τίποτα, κανένα trigger. Όπα, τι είναι αυτά εδώ? Τα κουτιά, γραμματοκιβώτια. Γραμματοκιβώτια, από εδώ ήρθαμε. Έχει εδώ κάτι να πατήσουμε. Οπ, να το, λοτρέ, α, νάτος.
Lautrec! That's the name of the mystery man.
Μάλλον αυτό να το βρω στην αρχή εντωμεταξύ.
Guess we'll never know. It's locked anyway.
Maybe that's for the best. Tampering with other people's mail
Το
is
κλειδί που βρήκαμε στο
illegal.
σπίτι μάλλον ανοίγει αυτό τελικά. Για να δούμε. Τι έγινε? Δεν ανοίγει. Πρέπει να βρω άλλο κλειδί. Λέτε. Κάπου θα έχει μες στο σπίτι κάποιο άλλο κλειδί. Να είναι τώρα όμως. Να το!
Looks like a mailbox key.
Να το. Δεν το είχα δει πριν.
I swear, you
Πάμε. Πώς μου ξέφυγε πριν. Πώς ήταν μπροστά και δεν ψάχναμε μια ώρα. Γρήγορα. Οπ. Προφανώς και θα
Looks
έχει ένα
like Pierre tried to
φάκελο.
mail this, but he messed up the postage or something.
Τι έλεγε
Let's
άραγε.
crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I
Τώρα
don't
μετά
know,
από
Tess.
30-35 χρόνια προφανώς και θα τα ανοίξουμε.
If this guy was your
Ναι.
real father,
Άμα είναι ο
you're his
πατέρας
next
σου,
of
είσαι η
kin, so
επόμενη.
it's fine.
Οπότε
Is that how that works?
το κληρονόμησες
I
το
don't know,
γράμμα, θα το
probably.
ανοίξουμε.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Για να δούμε. Return to. Ναι, οκ, next. Πάμε να δούμε το γράμμα. Read. Ω, είναι γράμμα που παραδέχεται ότι ήταν αυτός ο ληστής. Result the theft of almost $500,000. Λοιπόν, παραδέχεται ότι έχει ληστέψει και ότι έχει κλέψει σχεδόν $500,000 για πάνω από 10 χρόνια. Δούλευα, λέει, as inspector, ok, at the poker game, I was approached. Σε ένα παιχνίδι πόκερ το 1966 με πλησίασε κάποιος άντρας και μου πρότεινε... Αυτοί, λέει, ληστεύανε κάποια καταστήματα και άλλες εταιρείες τις νύχτες και πέρανε μεγάλα ποσά, χρηματικά ποσά. Okay. What little of my soul profit remain, I destroyed my wife Ellen. Oh, knew nothing of my crimes until it was late. She only went along with the story of my death because she had no choice. Είναι αθώα. Λοιπόν, με λίγα λόγια, αυτό είναι ένα γράμμα παραδοχής ότι ήταν αυτός ο ληστής μαζί με κάποιους άλλους και ότι η γυναίκα του, δηλαδή η γιαγιά μας εδώ πέρα, η Έλεν, είναι αθώα. Και ότι της είχε μπλέξει αυτός.
So Pierre
Άρα ο
was
Πιέρ,
my dad?
ο Πιέρ ήταν ο
He wrote this
μπαμπάς.
whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
I'm... So my mother wasn't
Άρα,
having an affair at all.
Υπήρχε
Or
όντως
whatever this would have been.
ολοτρέο
Not
που
except
ήταν
with Grandpa's secret identity.
ακριβώς. Ήταν ένα secret
So my
identity του
father
πατέρα της.
Hadn't died when we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just here on this
Ο
dock.
παππούς τελικά
We
ήταν
never got
κανονικά
to
ο
know him.
άντρας
He
και
was just a car ride
γιαγιάς
away.
και απλά επειδή ήταν
August and I suffered over
κλέφτης,
something that never even happened.
σκηνοθέτησε το θάνατό του για να έρθει εδώ και να μην τον πιάσουν.
It kind of did happen though,
Είχε
didn't
βάλει ένα
it?
παρατσούκλι
As far as
λοτρέ.
you knew, it did. You lived with that your whole life, so to you, it did.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us.
Δεν
All
μπορεί
this
να
time
μας
he was
παράτησε. Εντάξει, τους παράτησε από ό,τι
here.
καταλαβαίνετε όμως για να τους σώσει, έτσι,
He
για να
gave
μην
up his family,
πάρει
his
μαζί και την
children.
οικογένεια
For an
στη
old boat
φυλακή.
and some booze.
I
Να μην
wish I could have
κατηγορηθούνε.
talked to him.
Μπορεί και να ζει
Just
ακόμα.
one more time. And my
Ξέρουμε αυτό.
mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't. I just wish I could have talked to her about it while she was alive. I just.
Oui, she couldn't trust you.
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah.
Θα ήθελε να είναι εκεί να της συμπαραστέκεται.
If we could have just-
Λογικό. Άμα το ήξερε.
She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us her whole life.
Έλεγε ψέματα
Why
γιαγιά
didn't
για
she
όλη τη
say
ζωή για να
anything?
προστατεύσει τις κόρες
Even when
της.
we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Ναι.
Yeah,
Ακριβώς γι'
maybe.
αυτό. Για να
August
τις
was so
προστατεύσει.
little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
Θα μπορούσε να ζει ακόμα.
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we've found enough.
Yeah.
Έλα. Ψήσου να πάμε να βρούμε τον παππού τώρα, αφού ζει.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess...
Τελικά τι έγινε?
Listen. I'll give you the full story.
Άντε να καταλάβουμε τελικά ποιος παράτησε ποιον εδώ πέρα. Πάμε στο αμάξι.
Thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Σημαντικό ταξίδι, ανακαλύψανε πάρα πολλά μέσα σε 2 μέρες.
But...
Oh, Mom.
Έλα, πάμε, αμάξι. Θα κλάψουμε τώρα, μπλα μπλα μπλα.
I love you too, honey.
I love you too. Και πάμε στο αμάξι να μας πει τώρα τι έγινε τελικά με τον πατέρα. Για πες.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
Ωραία.
So you asked about what happened.
Πάμε να δούμε τι έγινε
With me
τώρα.
and Dad.
Και με τον πατέρα.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was going to fix all his problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing. And then he decided that he was going to be a professional poker player.
Ήθελε να γίνει επαγγελματίας παίκτης του πόκερ.
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
It's certainly, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's following his dreams. He might not make it, but he is going for it.
Yeah.
Ναι.
I mean, I guess I never really thought about it in that kind of light.
I mean, I wish he could have been here, but he had a dream, and he had to follow it. I get it.
Right, my little web entrepreneur.
It's like Matt Damon and...
It's not really like Rounders. I mean, he wins a lot in Rounders, and he's a lot more handsome.
Ωραία, πάμε να συνεχίσουμε.
Like poker.
He likes it, but I wouldn't say that's the real reason.
Δεν είναι όμως αυτός ο πραγματικός λόγος
The
που
split
έφυγε.
came at a really hard time.
Κάτι άλλο
The theater
έγινε.
was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada.
Okay.
He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But
Άρα έφυγε για να κυνηγήσει τον όνειρό του αυτός, να γίνει επαγγελματίας παίκτης του πόκερ.
Exactly.
Και την άφησε εδώ πέρα πίσω με τη μάνα της και την κόρη της.
That would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
Όχι,
No,
το καταλαβαίνω.
I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away, kind of forced your hand.
Yeah.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him.
Εντάξει.
I'm sorry.
Κάτι μου λέει θα πάνε τώρα μαζί στην Εβδομάδα να βρουν τον πατέρα.
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, like, explain everything to me in a way that made sense, that he was living some great life out there.
No, you shouldn't. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler.
Καλά, δεν είναι κάτι τόσο τραγικό.
But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
Δεν ξέρω τώρα να πάει, να μην πάει.
I think you should go.
Να πάει.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good.
Να περάσει
for
λίγο
both
χρόνο
of
με τον
you.
πατέρα της, να μάθει και τη δικιά του πλευρά της ιστορίας.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh, God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family
Όντως, κάνανε ένα
secret?
τριήμερο, εδώ
Or
διήμερο,
run their own
σούπερ.
business, run a community theater.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks,
I'm
Mom.
serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
An artist's eye.
Έχει μια
Just like
καλλιτεχνική
your
φλέβα
grandma.
σαν τη γιαγιά.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me.
Πάντα
It's
λέει
silly,
περίμενα να
but
πάω στο Ford, το
it's not
University.
fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Αλλά μάλλον δεν θα το κάνει.
Like seeing Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. Amongst many other things. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then, even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head. The
Αλλά τώρα
bowling
λένε
ball
και ιστορίες
baby.
από το παρελθόν.
And it was all your dad. On my
Μπλα
side.
μπλα μπλα.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Αλλά τι θα κάνουμε, λέει, με τη
Moving in with
θεία.
her?
Yeah,
Πάμε να μείνουμε μωρέ
guess
μαζί της, δεν χάθηκε ο κόσμος.
it's a big decision moving.
Πάμε.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
It
Νομίζω
seems
ναι.
like a good choice.
Ας πάμε να το
Even if it's
δοκιμάσουμε.
just for a while, at
βλέπουμε.
least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but
Yeah.
we've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much.
Yeah. Me too.
Okay.
I will say, August's house.
Pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh,
Okay.
hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
Ναι, και παίζει και να μην έχει πεθάνει.
You can sleep easy.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm just glad. I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah,
Me too.
me too.
Open road. Και φεύγουνε. Αυτό ήτανε, παιδιά. Αυτό ήτανε. Μικρό. Σε 4 επεισοδιάκια μισά ώρα. Το τελειώσαμε. Εντάξει. Πολύ περιεκτικό. Σε ένα Σαββατοκύριακο μέσα. Μάθανε πολλά πράγματα για την οικογένειά τους. Για τη γιαγιά τους, για τον παππού τους. Αυτή για τον πατέρα της. Ωραία ιστοριούλα. Έτσι, γρήγορη, μικρή. Αυτό ήταν, παιδιά. Όπως είπαμε, κάντε like, εγγραφή στο κανάλι, σχόλια από κάτω, μας αρέσουν τέτοια παιχνίδια. Μπορούμε να παίξουμε και άλλα τέτοια έτσι story-driven παιχνιδάκια. Οπότε, μέχρι το επόμενο βίντεο, να είστε όλοι καλά. Γεια σας!